Well, the temperatures are cooling off, but the sun is still shining, and that makes for perfect football weather in the city of Pittsburgh at Acrisure Stadium.
Today, it's an AFC North matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. A man who missed all of 2021, this is J.K. Dobbins.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there, and he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson flushed out right.
Open man downfield is Duvernay.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Jackson to throw.
He'll dump this off, complete to Dobbins.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson.
Open man is Duvernay.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
Edwards is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Dobbins will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1.
They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try.
From the right hash here, should be an easy one.
Tucker's kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Let's go, fellas. Come on, let's go. Let's play. Let's play now, baby. Let's play. Man, I've seen that play now a couple of times already.
Nothing here. Hey, let's go. Come on, baby. Rock and roll. Let's go.
Let's go, baby. Let's have some fun.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away.
Simms going to go ahead and hold on to this one, and they'll start at the 25. The Steeler offense set to regain possession. Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs.
At their own 25-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Pickett.
A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
Off play action, Pickett.
That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
A first carry for Najee Harris.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd.
Pickett.
Forced, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Justin Madubuike working his way to the quarterback that time.
The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive, then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go, shh.
There is a hush indeed. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
How many times do we say in this game is speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways. In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold them to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Jackson. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Jackson to Andrews on that one. First down, Baltimore.
Nice idea, nice concept there. Line him up on the left side of the formation, let him sneak his way across, coming back underneath, put it in his hands, let him get a few more yards after the catch, too.
Great way to utilize a tight end on the drag route.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
Another nice move. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41.
Now it's Jackson.
Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
3 yards remain for 2nd down. Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground and how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Jackson's throw into the hands.
And Andrews lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
On 2nd down, there's the option going left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson taking it in from 14 yards out as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Now, this defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone.
Let's go get it now. Get something together. Let's go, baby. Turn it up. Let's go, man. Let's do this, man.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And Sims says, let's bring it out to the 25.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10.
Pickett now on 1st down.
That'll be caught. It's Steven Sims. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35.
Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. 3-4 defense, and that O-line really dominated the D-line on that play.
And think of it this way. With a 3-4, you have a natural bubble over each guard because those guys don't have defenders over them. Oftentimes, if you want to run up the middle, they can get upfield and get on the linebackers right now, and that gives the running back a heck of a chance to get into the secondary.
Taken down at the 47-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Pickett's throw complete there to Johnson.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 37. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Off the play fake, here's Pickett. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Harris running straight ahead, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
Pickett back to throw.
Complete. It's Johnson. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 13-yard line. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left, and he'll just get rid of it.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them at the end zone as the first half winds down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Back to throw, Pickett.
And a little floater there is incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harris. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
So Pickett is off to the sideline, and Chris Boswell is on for the Steeler field goal try.
From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Boswell's kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up, and the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
Let's go now, let's go. Let's go. Let's pray. Let's pray now, baby. Let's pray. Come on, let's go. Let's dominate this.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
And now here come the Ravens.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they'd take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Now it's Jackson. And that is incomplete.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And Jackson throwing once more. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. Tucker's kick is good, and they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
Yeah, Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away.
Sims going to go ahead and hold on to this one, and they'll start at the 25.
And now out come the Steelers.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field, and it took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Here's Pickett. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
And now a fumble. The ball's out, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
The Raven offense going to take over late in this first half. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Jackson now. Buying time to his left. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. Tucker's kick is good, and the lead stretches. 16-3 now. So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, what, 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line.
So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Pickett now to throw off the play fake.
Throw left side complete. That's Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. They hand this off to Harris. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory.
40 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Pickett will look to throw it here.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Looking to throw, Pickett.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 18. That's good for 28 yards.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely, because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On the draw, it's Harris. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
Harris is into the end zone for a Steeler touchdown. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is, I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead will shrink to 6. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half.
But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Another run here with Dobbins.
And some room to work. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
60 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
An option handoff here to Dobbins.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Throwing is Jackson. Flush to his right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Pickett to throw on first down. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Pickett throwing again on second down.
To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch and turn upfield and pick up the first down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. They'll throw again with Pickett.
And that will be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Let's play now, baby. Let's go, baby.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
Here's the option going left on second down.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
A solid gain of 7 yards that time on the keeper and a first down. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
Jackson running again.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Really good effort. He does it himself, picks up 15, also picks up the first down.
And that's another big-time run. And it sure looks like the leverage game is being won by the offensive line. They're the low man on just about every snap, and they're winning, pushing back the defensive front and creating great space for their runners.
Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins. And he'll work down inside the 45.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And now Jackson will look to throw it. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something was off with that one.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Sutton.
And the Steelers will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Off play action. Pickett.
That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. So just 3 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And the catch made by Johnson.
And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
On the give, this is Harris. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They run the play fake. Here's Pickett.
Rolling to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down.
Now Pickett.
Steps away to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Tyus Bowser blowing that play up.
And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall,
Looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense?
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play, and that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Jackson to throw. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
He certainly had plenty of success running the ball, and right now I'm getting this sense that he's looking to take off and run every time he steps back to throw it.
But they did a nice job there collapsing on him and holding him to a short gain. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Pickett. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Pickett back to throw. And that is incomplete. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Ravens ready to take over. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. To throw is Jackson. And that's going to be caught. It's James Prochet.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. First target, first catch, and a first down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And taken down just shy of the 40.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. They'll go option to the short side.
And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
A solid gain of 7 yards that time on the keeper and a first down.
Dobbins running out of the gun.
And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
On the counter now, it's Dobbins.
And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line.
So here's Pickett and the Steelers.
Down by 6. 1:45 to play. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down.
Here's Pickett.
He's got a man complete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
That one good for 37 yards.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
Pickett finding Pickens for another catch.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up second down.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
Now the Steelers hustling up to the line of scrimmage.
Pickett to throw.
Being chased out left.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Looking to throw here. Pickett.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Pickett, 4th down, desperation time.
And it's knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Ravens are going to get the football back.
4th down, and they take to the air, which really isn't a major surprise, but how about the coverage? They're able to bat it down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.